this presentation. My name is Jash Bansidhar. I'm working for advantech since 40 years now and responsible for the industrial IoT business in Europe. I've been invited by pr2 to tell something about our factory IT solutions that we are implementing also in Romania currently together with them. They are acting as our partner, our system integration partner. And today the aim of my presentation is to share with you some background about our organization, who we are, but also how we can support you, not only here in Romania but also outside. I assume that your factories are all over the world, so that could be an issue to think about. And besides that, I want to share with you what kind of, let's say, challenges factory IT managers are having today, technical managers having today, to make the step to Industry 4.0 where everybody is talking about today. So I suggest if you have questions, just raise your hand and I'll try to answer it. Or afterwards you can meet us on in the next building where we have a booth and some products and some ideas to share with you. Okay? Our company, by the way, who is familiar with advantech? Who knows advantech? Okay, so I have still a job to do to tell a little bit more about our company. Basically, we started 33 years ago in Taiwan. Headquarters still there, but a publicly listed company today, having a revenue of about 1.2 billion USD worldwide, and around 800 employees all over the world. Where in Europe we have about 300 people. Okay. If you look to our position on the world market for IPC systems, we are the market leader, far away the market leader compared to other players, mainly German players, at 29%. If you look to the second one, but only 9% is a big gap. So if you look to innovation in IPC technology, then we are, let's say, a partner to advise you about your decisions. We have a lot of products knowledge that can support you to make the right decisions. When we started, let's say the development of our business was quite flat. We had only some IPC products, some automation products, and gradually we started to innovate depending on what happened in the world. The recent innovation that our company did is changing our mission statement to enabling of an intelligent plant or smart city or smart factory. So this direction drove advantech drastically growth in the past, let's say 10 years. And we expect we can keep that growth momentum still because of the data trends of Internet of Things or Industrial Internet of Things, smart cities and Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 is happening in Europe, mainly driven by Germany. The German industry, the production, the manufacturing industry is the biggest in Europe, and you know that 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 25 years ago, Europe started to lose their production towards Far East territories like Asia. And what happened is that if the production is moving to other territories, it is proven that also the innovation of a country is reducing. So if you don't have production, your innovation capability in the coming years are reducing because you are not innovating in processes or technology. If you look to Germany, Germany has a big automotive production facilities, and the major players are here, but also here in Romania. You see a lot of production in automotive, among others, mainly automotive, are driven by innovation done in Germany, or the other way around, innovation done here and copied in Germany. So Industry 4.0 is driven mainly by Germany, but the impact of Romania will be also very big to make that happen. And we believe as advantech, if we are able to touch that wave together with our customers, we can keep innovating and make Europe competitive again, because Industry 4.0 need to make the production in our, let's say, region more competitive, competing against China and US, where a lot of production is happening now. So there's no way back. If we don't innovate, if we don't digitalize our factories, we will not survive in the global competing market. That simple it is. To support our customers, we have a global network. Today we are in Romania, but our headquarters of Europe is in the Netherlands, in Eindhoven. But all over Europe we have different offices taking care of the regional businesses. Some of you know us about industrial computers, some of medical computers, some maybe for I/O controllers, but you know that as a company we have 4,000 industrial IT products. 4,000. Starting with board level solutions, it's called embedded. If you want to build your own system, your PC, you are OEM. You can buy modules from us, CPU boards, LCD boards, mechanical chassis, software, design products, and you can make your own computer. That's done by this team, embedded. If you have a factory or machines and you want to automate it, you are talking to the industrial IoT team. That's us here today. If you want to have your building automated, climate control, access control, video solutions, displays to show information like digital signage, you can talk with a team of smart city solutions. So we have 3 focus teams dedicated to a sector to focus, to deliver the product which is necessary in that market. So you cannot generalize, you need to specialize, and the specialization is driven by these 3 sectors. 3 sectors having their products all over Europe. Some ideas, some pictures about our industrial computers. These are more rack and box systems. We have products to automate also with field bus technology. You know, in machine automation, factory automation, you are talking more protocols like Profinet or EtherCAT and so on. We have screens, we have panels, we have wide screens, different technologies, multi-touch, single touch, wide screen or 4x3, and we have controllers. So the previous slide shows you a general platform. This is going more specialized because these controllers need to react real time. So you need to guarantee the real time communication. We also have products on the lower level like I/O, wireless I/O, or rack or remote I/O. With the controllers, with software, we can create intelligent factories, intelligent machines. Of course, the software should be open, transparent. Advantech doesn't believe in proprietary solutions. In the past, you see your factories are quite closed. Many machine vendors, they have a PLC from one or other brand, and if you want to expand, you need to buy at the same brand. And also the software, if you want to add on, is same. Advantech believes that software should be freeware in the future. And okay, hardware costs money, electronics costs money, so we need to pay it, we need to produce it. But the source should be open. With open source, we can innovate. And if you want to speed up Industry 4.0, you need to create a community of many engineers who are able to use this source to innovate and build their own applications and share it or sell it to someone. Just like an app on your iPhone, if you want to download music, you just buy a music for €1, what is it? And you can play it, plug and play. So that is what our Web Access Alliance, that is a software framework, doing to create a community with users and producers and engineers to build application-ready platform. For example, in your factory you want to create data acquisition straight away to the cloud without any other controllers in between. This product can do it because it's already installed, it's already proven. So with this concept we want to speed up the innovation, not only here in Europe, but also connecting the rest of the world. So imagine the source of engineers that you can get. Today, it's very difficult in Europe to find the right skilled engineers. If you look to China or India, the universities are giving a lot of engineers out, but in Europe you need to be happy if you can have 100 in the country every year. So to do that alone, we will not innovate, we will not create industry for us. To create an open package, give it to universities and let them work worldwide will speed up also. And the benefit for advantech is that companies will buy our hardware. They will ask us questions, we will advise them, we will consult them as a leader. So it's also something for us. We are not doing it for nothing. Some other products, one innovation is the sensor, let's say, node. If you want to measure this the temperature or the humidity in this building, you just plug in the sensor. It is already web enabled with access point. You can go already on your mobile phone or tab to get that information. You don't need anything more. It's just how to configuring and you go. So that for, let's say, sensor nodes, you will see more and more. And of course, if you need some processing power, you need some computers and so on. You can use that too. Depends your application. To communicate, you need the backbone of switches, but not only Ethernet. The factories are full today of serial communication. We have already installed base. We are not starting with new installations. So your serial devices need to be connected to the internet with Ethernet. So you need a lot of media converters. You need a lot of products who are able to convert whatever whatever device you have from serial to USB or Ethernet and so on. A big portion. There are billions of dollars of equipment equipped in factories who can only talk serial. In your factories, you have a logistic, let's say, process, your warehouse, your stock. So you need to automate that also. For that, we have the mobile computing tablets for your engineers who can take the information all over. And in the entry of your office, you can have some displays, big, small, and so on. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you are looking for industrial automation computing technology, with screen, with like a box or rack or I/O and so on, we can advise you in a supply chain which is available within our company, which is quite unique because with 4,000 products, I'm confident that we will be able to support your needs, whatever they are. But then, you have your processes, you have your machines, you have many machines, you have a lot of production data, and they are all already there. They need to gather from, let's say, the systems. So we can help you with our system integrators, with itc25, for example, to get the data in the cloud on your factory servers. I assume you will not release it outside the factory, so you can use your own factory server, also with computers of advantech, for example, by gathering all the data from your machines, your sensors, your vision installation, into, let's say, the computing devices that you have. If not, you need to install, and then via factory hub you can get the data. But which data you should get? That is something that we as advantech cannot tell you, because we are not the process specialists. You guys are the process specialists. We can tell you that this smart sensor is talking a specific communication protocol. We cover already 300 communication protocols in our controllers for free. You don't have to pay for it. As I said, we believe in freeware. But get the data over there. We can advise you to make the right decision. Okay? That's important. So there's a lot of hardware, advantech hardware, third-party hardware, and those hardware, they need to be brought up into the cloud. On the factory floor, we are talking different language, different protocols, industrial automation protocols, like field bus technology, like Modbus TCP. But as a factory IT manager, you are coming from the other side. You are coming from protocols like MQTT or SNMP to connect to the factory. So how to bring both worlds together without, let's say, the barrier of language, the communication gap. And this software framework from advantech can help you to make that seamless integration which is necessary to connect your factory into the cloud. And of course, the software also gives a lot of intelligence. I can share some of you. For example, all these devices that advantech is providing, they are intelligent. It means you can monitor each computer if it is healthy, if it is still under production, or if the current is increasing or the temperature is increasing. You know it will give you a signal because you need to clean the filters, for example, or you need to check up why the performance of the computer needs more power in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So intelligent devices to monitor and to reduce your serviceability is important. And then you can integrate a lot of things like SCADA. We have our own SCADA package, so you can visualize what you are measuring. You can integrate digital signage. In your factories, you have videos that you want to integrate into your control room. We have a module for that, and so on and so forth. So, or you have your communication backbone with your Ethernet switches. You can integrate it. So, what you are getting is a package, is a software suite, which is very open and modular. You can integrate all the functionality gradually while you are making your factory more intelligent. We do that in Europe with 2 organizations, one headquartered in Europe, in Eindhoven, and the other one in Warsaw, in Poland. We have there our logistic and system integration departments. And in these logistic and system integration departments, we can build the system or the systems that you need. Your need of a computer or a panel or switches specifically configured shall be always different, or mainly different than, because it's connected to your factory. It's different in each factory. But what we can do, this flexible build system, we can make it available wherever you want. So if you want to standardize here in Romania, in your factory, a certain solution that you want to deploy worldwide, we can guarantee you that the same system will be delivered in your other plants. So it makes your life very easy. We have an integrated system that can guarantee the same bill of material, and it is traceable and so on. And of course, other benefits that we can bring you. The organization is always divided by channels. We have pr2 as a channel partner. We have key accounts, sales teams, and support team, technical engineers, but it's all over Europe. So if you decide in Romania to install certain solutions that you want to do also in the UK, a similar team will help you to make that happen. And of course, between the teams, there's a collaboration that we just synchronize, that there's no gap in what we promise you here in Romania. Okay? And we can ship worldwide for you, depending your needs. Important is service. Of course, everybody can supply, but if your factory is down or your computers are showing that something is happening because it's using more current, you need to service it. And we can give you on-site service with our partner or ourselves. We can give you more warranty, like 5-year warranty. It's possible with our products. And we can give you an advanced replacement. And of course some others, but these are more relevant to your factory. It means that we keep stock of your products. If it fails, you can ship to our repair, and the next business day we have the stock configured for you, we ship back to your factory. So your downtime or your risk is reducing. So those services are quite, you don't have to, let's say, invest in that yourself. we help you to do that. Okay. Who knows advantech? Now, better. Okay. More. Let's look now to the issues that we see across factories. What are factories asking for today? Okay, I will share some ideas, some case studies, which you probably also recognize it. There are some, let's say, drivers that make you, as factory managers, invest. One, the installation is already there. It needs to be upgraded because the government is asking for energy efficiency. So reduction of energy consumption is key, according to the European regulation that has been launched some years ago. And it was first for the country, but it's going also to ICT solutions. So also your computers need to be energy efficient. It means that if you will have an audit, you will be needed to prove that your ICT system has the energy, the green energy label. You need to get more productive. We talked about that earlier. And yeah, we have a shortage of skilled people. So you need to standardize, you need to automate. You will not be able to find a lot of people who are able to drive your processes because in Europe the skilled workforce is reducing. So you need to invest, and where the investments are happening, a study showed that about 140 billion will be invested until 2020, so still a lot of work to do. And it will be mainly done in the automotive industry. Who is from the automotive here? Okay. Do you already see investments happening in your company to optimize your factories? Yes. Okay. Manufacturing and engineering, electronics, and the process. So those are the biggest part of the companies who are already investing or has to be start to invest, depending the complexity of the organization. So here you will see that, as we have seen in the past, automotive is driving industry forward. The innovation in automotive is quite extensive, very heavy, and they are driving for us and together with us industry forward. So what is the consequence for you if you look to your ICT equipment? Of course we have other consequences, but as an ICT company we want to focus on those. You need the latest technology. The IT technology in the industry is, let's say, in the past it was not moving so fast with the PLC technology. It should be stable for 15-20 years, that's enough, but if you want to create Industry 4.0, you need to connect from PLC to IT technology somehow, just to get your connectivity, your performance, and so on. So you will be needing the latest industrial IT hardware. You need to connect two worlds, talking different languages, the information technology coming from the office environment, and the factory floor, the OT, IT and OT, operations technology. The concept of automating is based on thin clients, but then industrial grade. Currently, probably you are using in your factories commercial grade thin client solutions. But why not see the benefits of industrial grade? You will need to digitalize your factory. You will need to virtualize your equipment, so you need servers, high performance servers, soon on your factory floor to make that happen, and store the data, so you will need cloud service and storage. You need to improve your productivity, means you need to measure information. You need to get the information from your existing factory somewhere where you can do something with it. You need to be saving energy. You can imagine that if you have a factory with one computer or with 1,000 computers all over or even worldwide, consuming energy 24/7, 365 a day, with the automated factories, that will be a huge waste. Virtualization I want to talk about. You are thinking about security, how to make your IT equipment secure from outside. You don't want to lose your data or get impact from outside. And you need to analyze your data. Those are some things. So for your ICT equipment, what you will see is that you don't have space in your factory, so your ICT equipment will be smaller. You need to make them more, you need to have intelligence, so you need to monitor, you need to be able to configure from a distance. You cannot go all over your factories to configure, you should do that from a distance, it's easier. And if something happened, it should be easy to recover, okay? And last but not least, besides energy, we need migration. In your factories you have old technology currently, probably based on PIC-MG 10. You need to go, it's not available in the market anymore. In advantech you can still buy it till 2020, but you need to start thinking about the new PCI Express technology, which is of course much faster. Here's some ideas. In the previous slide you saw big computers, big racks. The new generation will be modular, smaller. So you can decide. If you just need some communication which is already on the base system, you can of course use that. It will save a lot of space. And only if you need to expand with some, let's say, communication, special communication cards, you can add on some expansion modules, 2 or 4 or whatever. So the direction of ICT hardware design is more modular. It means you can easily decide or expand or just save your space when it is not necessary. It's not a big box anymore. And of course you will see more and more fanless systems. The CPU technology today is really moving very fast. So because of the energy saving, they are designing, Intel among others, designing faster CPUs, consuming less energy. And if the energy consumption and the energy dissipation is lower, you can build smaller systems. So you don't need a fan anymore, and the cooling can be very simple by some cooling ribs. Okay? So it's getting compact. It's good for space saving. Modularity also creates that you can choose different kind of communication here. So you choose a base station, a box PC, you choose a box screen, and you can combine it together depending the performance that you need. So you don't need different products anymore on your stock or on your service department. You can just reduce that. And you have different way of communicate. Field bus, wireless, serial, digital, analog, whatever you want, you can communicate using that on this base. So many I/O integration possible. But last but not least, you can also build an IP66 system, so a completely closed system. You don't need a cabinet anymore. It's also saving space. And if you are able to use all-around closed system along your factory floor, yeah, you save space also. No cabinets necessary. So those are the trends of modularization and size reduction. Another one is the thin clients. You are using probably some thin clients already in the client-server topology with software like Citrix, for example, or Microsoft RDP. In the industrial grade solutions, your thin clients are there for 5 to 7 years. So the current thin client solutions, if you need to replace that, it could have an issue with compatibility with your software. But with the industrial one, you can just keep that for many years because we use our products are long-term available. 7 years is the current state, but sometimes it goes also to 10 years. It depends on the product involved. Another advantage is that you are using wide temperature. Your factory humidity temperature is fluctuating. Most of our standard computers cannot do that, and industrial can do that. Of course, energy savings and protection of external signals. If you have a lot of EMC in a factory, if you have in a car factory, you have a lot of signals from other machines, from third-party machines. You need to protect your computers for that. So the systems are isolated. So that, I think, are benefits to use an industrial IT thin client. Energy saving. The technology today is also, besides going to lower CPU power consumption, so you save already 15% with the newest technology of CPUs. It's of course not only the CPU. If you dissipate less, your electronics are not getting older, so less older. So your MTBF of the system is increasing. Okay? Temperature is high temperature reduces your MTBF. So that is one benefit. The other one is the usage of memory, which are using less power. It reduces also 37% power consumption. Usage of the power supply in a computer. It also, according to some new standards, is reducing already power consumption, and also the efficiency of power conversion is increasing. So all in all, your ICT hardware in your factories are, with this newest technology, they can comply on the recent energy standards which is launched. So if your factory will be audited, you have, let's say, a green ICT solution. I think that's a big benefit. And also it will save you money on your power consumption, because, as I said, 1,000 computers in your factories times this reduction times 366 years, 5 years sometimes, most times. It's a lot of money saving. Okay? And some simple features like auto dimming. There's a sensor, a light sensor in front of the computer that can see if it is dark or the sun is shining, so it's dimming automatically. Using technology with LED backlight. LED is consuming or giving less warmth than the previous technologies. And last but not least, if you want to, it's not about energy, you need to use also easy to recycle components, products, materials. One thing in, for example, automotive factory that we see is that customers are asking for silicon-free surface products, just to make sure that in the environment there's no silicon molecules, because if that's the case, the painting could be damaged after 3-5 years or even later, because of this silicon molecule can have not guaranteed a good painting. And for your switches, also the new technology is, the new design is reducing a lot of energy consumption. With one port, 60%, with 5 ports, 36%. So we are not talking about some percentages. The new ICT technology will help you to make a more energy efficient factory. It's already there. Okay, it's already there. The other one is connecting two worlds. It's not only about technology. I think connecting two worlds is also connecting two mindsets. Mindsets of IT managers and operational people. They are from a different background. Maybe the students of now, they already can, let's say, integrate easily from factory to office environment, but when I started industrial automation, I learned later, and I really didn't learn. For me, if I need to learn the IT environment, I need to study. It's not so easy anymore. So our people, factories, will have the same. Convergence of factory IT managers, it's a big step ahead. So it's easy if you have a solution, a platform, which can seamlessly integrate both worlds together. I will show you some examples. So the boundaries are disappearing, and the automation pyramid, which you see over there, it doesn't have any boundaries anymore. So you don't have only an AI I/O layer or SCADA layer or a mesh layer. It's now an integrated IoT framework, web-based, talking all the protocols of IT and OT. Here, you can see an example. So this product is could be configured by the engineer with IT background, because he can browse the data. It is secure with the HTTPS secure protocols, and it supports more than 150 RESTful APIs. So it's the World Wide Web language and communication gate to the rest. So it's already there. This version, to connect I/O, we want to talk, for example, in a PLC language like Codesys, soft PLC, it's integrated here. We want to talk, can open to connect to the factories. So you want to load data, and with this data, you want to go direct to the cloud. So we can go direct to the cloud, but to get the information from the operations floor to the cloud can be easily done by such a unit. Okay. And it's not any more complex for programming. The units, they already have a control loop inside that you need to configure. So the engineering environment today is configuration instead of programming, because the intelligence is already inside. Or you can do it the traditional way, of course. You have your existing applications in your factories. Here's some examples from our product, but that can be all different types of products where your application is running. Through some Ethernet backbone, you go to a layer where you're connecting data on servers, for example. And with this data, you process it, you store it, and some data you bring to the cloud to do some big data processing, going back again, bringing the information back. So this topology is probably the easiest one to connect your existing installation to the cloud. And of course, all of them need to be transparent. With the software that we are providing, it's all connected, it's all transparent, it's all open. A very simple example: if you want to get data from your machine, you can use this small, let's say, data logger, and it communicates directly through MQTT to the cloud. So you connect your signals here, your sensors here, and you can bring it straight away to the cloud. It's not complex, it's very simple to configure, and you are up and running in some minutes. And if you have a lot of machines, okay, you can install very simple, a small unit like this. You can cloud your machine or your equipment. Another way could be, I only have 3 minutes to go. Another way could be, if your installation is more solid, heavy, you can use a very strong computer where you can store your data also on. You have a redundant power supply and I/O, talking all the languages that you need, the IT and the OT language. So this is a more high performance system where you can gather a lot of data. Virtualization. You know, if your server is running, you are using a lot of energy. If it's on 15%, 100%, doesn't matter. So you use, if your computer is on, it's on. You can reduce that with virtualization. Our computers are VMware ready, they are certified to do that. So if you virtualize, first, less energy, second, you need less machines, you need less computers. You can put different applications on one single server. It will save you money. Security, important. Access from outside. Of course, you can secure it with HTTPS and with McAfee, which is part in our software like we have. But it's not only, that's not enough. We think we also need hardware security to extra guarantee that nobody can access your computer or your data and do something with it. So we have a chip, it's called the TPM module, that is integrated on our hardware, on computer board, to create data encryption based on hardware. So software is already there, but hardware, data encrypted, is, I think it's very important to protect your data. The boundaries are fading away, but still we are talking in the different layers, but by using our IoT framework software, web access, you can take all these layers away and to create one seamless integrated system with our product or with third-party products. Yeah, I think this is my conclusion. What I already said is already there. We are a manufacturer of industrial ICT. We have a global reach, but we are there here locally to support you. And we can help you to create the industrial IoT network or solutions to connect your factories to the cloud. Thank you.